Prepared for battle, 500 fighters stand to attention listening to their final commands before they head off to the front line. These are soldiers from the Free Syrian Army's Al-Hamza Brigade. Young and old, they hail from all parts of Syria. Most have been fighting since the revolution turned into a war. In the early days, the enemy was one, the regime of Bashar al-Assad, whose army had killed innocent protesters, forcing many of its own soldiers to defect and form the Free Syrian Army. Now, however, the war in Syria is a quagmire of different armies, groups and factions. Some fighting for land and power, others for survival.
They're all the same, the YPG, ISIL and the Assad regime. It's the same oppression. All of them have killed and tortured our people.
This brigade is being supported by the Turkish army, whose soldiers fight side by side with the FSA in their ongoing offensive in northern Syria. It's an attempt to defeat the Kurdish militia group, the YPG, which Ankara considers to be a terrorist organization responsible for numerous rocket attacks on Turkey that have killed several of its citizens. Both the Turkish military and the Free Syrian Army are keen to emphasize the diverse background of these fighters. They're made up of Kurds, Turkmen and Arabs. As far as the Turkish military is concerned, this is a fight against a terrorist organization, the YPG. As far as these fighters are concerned, this is a continuation in their 8-year-long war and battle for freedom in Syria. The YPG and its supporters accuse Turkey of waging war against them simply because they are Kurdish. But this fighter from the FSA, a Kurd himself, dismisses that.
When the revolution began, Kurds demanded freedom, but the YPG joined hands with Assad's army and started attacking the people, as Kurds were discriminated against by the government and our lands are occupied by the YPG terrorists. But God willing, we will be free.
It's hard to question the commitment of these fighters in their pursuit for freedom. Their training and readiness, however, appears to be amateur. The vast majority of them have no formal military training. Most led simpler, more peaceful lives before this war began. Their commander tells me that while their immediate target is Afrin and defeating the YPG there, it is Assad and his regime who are their main enemy.
The YPG and Assad are two sides of the same coin. Like Assad, they have killed thousands and expelled the people from their homes.
From Assad's army to Hezbollah fighters to ISIL and now the Kurdish militia, these men have fought countless battles in search of freedom. That freedom has remained elusive. The only reality they've seen is death and destruction. Who knows, maybe one day this war will end. Jamal al-Shayal, Al Jazeera, Azaz, Northern Syria.